Osama bin Laden, the chief of Al-Qaeda and the mastermind behind the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, was killed in his hideout in Pakistan early Monday in a raid led by U.S. forces. Osama's death officially ended a manhunt that spanned a frustrating decade since the 9/11 attacks on several U.S. locations, including the World Trade Center in New York's Manhattan that killed hundreds of people. Earlier, in a dramatic televised appearance from the White House shortly after the death of the most wanted fugitive, U.S. President Barack Obama said justice has been done.
Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda.
President Obama selected his words cautiously in his speech as he reiterated U.S. vow to continue their ongoing war against terrorism. He also recalled the damages done during the September 11, 2001 attack.
It was nearly 10 years ago that a bright September day was darkened by the worst attack on the American people in our history. The images of 9/11 are seared into our national memory. Hijacked planes cutting through the cloudless September sky. The Twin Towers collapsing to the ground. Black smoke billowing up from the Pentagon. The wreckage of Flight 93 in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Obama also hinted U.S. forces' course of action and execution of the whole operation.
We had located bin Laden hiding within a compound deep inside Pakistan. And finally, last week, I determined that we had enough intelligence to take action. After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body. We must also reaffirm that the United States is not and never will be at war with Islam. Over the years, I've repeatedly made clear that we would take action within Pakistan if we knew where bin Laden was. That is what we've done. But it's important to note that our counterterrorism cooperation with Pakistan helped lead us to bin Laden and the compound where he was hiding.
The United States attacked Afghanistan immediately after the 9/11 attacks, pursuing Al-Qaeda, and an invasion of Iraq followed as part of the Obama's predecessor Bush administration's global war on terror. Many say it was actually war against only one man, Osama bin Laden. A few hours after the news spread across the world, giving relief to many, especially those involved in the war on terrorism and the victims of terrorist attacks. A jubilant crowd of thousands gathered outside the White House as word spread of bin Laden's death. Hundreds more sang and waved American flags at Ground Zero in New York, where the Twin Towers that once stood as symbols of American economic power were brought down by the bin Laden's hijackers 10 years ago.
My son just texted me about half an hour ago. I said, what?
Very excited about it. I think it helps the psyche of all the Americans.
I feel ecstatic that we finally have captured and contained what the worst threat in the country and the world is.